Okay, everyone, this is my review of the recently released Pixels movie starring Adam Sandler and others. Um, I really liked the movie. I know that a lot of critics seem to be disliking the movie. I guess basically because the movie. I don't know if some people came in with like the wrong kind of expectation. I thought they might have gone in with expecting a deep plot line or a lot of character development. I mean, this is basically a summer popcorn movie. The basic premise is that Adam Sandler's character, is a video game whiz from the 80s. He goes into an arcade and he picks up all the patterns of games, and he's just a natural at it. So he decides to enter into a video game contest in 1982, and they're told that it's going to be collected and sent out in a time capsule out into outer space. So Adam Sandler and then the other character, can't remember the other guy's name. Oh, jeez, forgot his name. Uh, Dinklage. Dinklage is the character. They decided to have a face-off at the end because they're tied in points in Donkey Kong. And what happened was Adam Sandler's character's doing well, but at some point Dinklage's character discourages him and essentially makes him lose confidence, and he loses and he comes in second. Then you he has a friend with him and another guy, another character. This also they meet there. So the movie then fast forwards into the like 30 years into the future, and Adam Sandler's character is like a technical repair person that installs high end stuff. Kind of like a Geek Squad kind of person. And then what happens is that all of a sudden, one of the other characters that they met, who's a bit of a conspiracy buff, tells them that there's a hidden recording in one of the videotapes that he has, and tells him that the Earth is going to get attacked. Well, they don't believe him. Uh, you know, the friend of Adam Sandler's character, who's the president, also doesn't believe them, and then India gets attacked, and now they realize that this is for real, that these aliens are basically using stuff that they saw from that time capsule, i.e., real life video games, to destroy the world. So basically, it becomes a best of five contest where the Earth is 2 points down and hasn't won yet. So what happens is that they're sent in to meet with the army, the president, who's this Adam Sandler's friend, to kind of tell the army like how to fight essentially these classic video games. And so the first time they get to fight, they've discovered that these creatures are made of light and they can be destroyed with essentially a very powerful light gun. So they end up playing a real life version of Centipede, another classic arcade game. And so what happens is the army guys, don't seem to have the pattern. They're doing things that you're not supposed to do, which is to shoot the centipede in the middle, and it'll split up, and then it'll go back up, and creating all these problems. So Sandler takes over, and because he was a natural then, he's still a natural now, and he destroys the centipede. And the president decides, okay, these guys know what they're doing. We're going to have them take over. So what happens is you then also have in the next video game sequence, you have them fighting a real life, New York size Pac-Man, which is what you see on the cover, the the image that you see a lot for the Pixels movie. Only he's not fighting San Francisco like you see him while he's munching San Francisco. He's actually fighting in New York. So what happens is that ultimately somebody does something they're not supposed to, i.e., they cheat, and the aliens decide they're going to destroy Earth anyway. So what happens is they end up having to have one last battle to hopefully keep the Earth from being destroyed. Now, I went in with this movie understanding this is going to be a lighthearted comedy. It's not going to be a Shakespeare movie, or it's not going to have like this convoluted plot line. It was going to be a very simple plot line. These aliens discover this time capsule, think it's a declaration of war, and decide to send real life video games to decide Earth's fate. So in that sense, and there's a bit of a nostalgia kick in seeing all these characters from the 80s that I remember playing in the arcade, so that part was fun. And I thought Adam Sandler was okay in the movie. I don't think he was great, but I thought it was acceptable. and I just thought it was a fun movie. As long as you don't go in with this expectation of having this major plot line or Shakespearean development, I think you're gonna find it enjoyable. And it's funny because all the critics seem to be hating it, but then since I looked at Fandango, which is I got the tickets for the movie, and everybody seems to like the movie. So I say go see the movie and make up your own mind. But like I said, I found it enjoyable. I didn't think it was like the greatest thing I've ever seen, but it was a nice popcorn movie. So uh, hopefully, please leave comments below and like the video and please subscribe.